go ahead and undo that. And I'm not quite sure where I should put this, but this is another thing that you can do. If I turn on my floor, we'll turn on our X, Y, and Z planes with our floor here. So you can see our project or our object center is right here in the middle right here. That's our 0, 0, 0 axis. So if I take my object here and we go into our geometry, modify topology, mirror and weld options. Of course, we already know mirror and weld across the x-axis. Would you like to proceed? Hit yes. You can see it mirrors and welds across the x-axis. And let's turn off LSIM for this. Now, if we do mirror and weld across, you can do x and other things, but if you just do y, for example, we can do mirror and weld across the y. Because our center is here, that's the result, and we can do y and z. So there's y and z, and we can do x, y, and z, and that's what it's going to look like. So you can use this for ideation as well, and it doesn't have to be necessarily with organic objects. If we go BI, Brush Inserts, Model Toolkit, we can grab anything out of here. Let's go ahead and grab these vents 9, and we'll go over here to Brush to Mesh. So now we have this vent here, and I can go ahead and turn the floor off. I know where the middle is. So I can go ahead and rotate this. We can actually tint it if we want to and move it over, and then we can mirror and weld across the X. We can rotate it this way. Can mirror weld across the Z. You get all sorts of interesting shapes. Base meshes, stuff like this. You can mask these inside corners. Invert that, hit W, go to Mask Mesh Center, and you can pull these in a little bit. And now we have a pretty complex shape just based on a previous simple shape. And it doesn't even have to be simple shapes. It could be complex shapes. If you hit the comma key, go to Brush. Go to Insert IMM and grab the train, or you know what another one is, we can just go brush BI, Insert Mesh Gun, hit M, there's a whole gun in here. So if you want to, you can hit W and then just touch this one, and then you can grab the gun. We'll go ahead and orient this. Let's go ahead and turn on our floor again. So here's our 0, 0, 0. Let's go ahead and get rid of this strap. So I'm going to hold down Control Shift with select rectangle, and then we can do Geometry Modify Topology, Delete Hidden. And it looks like some of the stuff is flipped. So if we go down here to our display properties, you can see if we turn on double, it looks okay. If we don't, some of these objects were flipped. So you can isolate these objects, do Control Shift A to select the whole object. You can flip the normals, and that'll make them look a little bit better. So, oops. Let's go ahead and flip these back. But anyway, that's not really what I was concerned about, but good information to know. So what you can do is turn on the floor here. And then if you're trying to just come up with some cool ideas, you can move this across, and then you can just do mirror and weld across the X and the Z if you want to, and that kind of makes, you know, a cool looking spaceship or whatever. So feel free to use this and rotating to come up with all sorts of cool little, you can make this an insert mesh brush or just use this to keep modeling and kind of see if anything jumps out at you as something usable.